Hey everyone. So for those of you who are not familiar with the DMV area, that is DC, Maryland, and Virginia, and you're thinking about moving here, you will always hear us reference the Beltway. What is the Beltway? It is 495. This is the Beltway. It's one big belt. It's a circle. And this is what joins the DMV together. So you will see here, you'll hear people say, well, do you live inside the Beltway or outside the Beltway? If you live outside the Beltway, the housing is cheaper than living inside the Beltway. The closer you are to DC, right here in the center, then of course, the more expensive the housing is going to be. And then you will notice that so this is 495. We have 295 that runs through DC, 695. 395 connects Virginia to DC. 695. 295 is going to connect from DC all the way out to Baltimore. And then you have, as you move further out, you have 95. And of course, now 95 goes on and on. But then here to the north, you see you have 270 and 370. This is taking you out towards the Rockville area, Gaithersburg, Germantown. And then you'll hear a lot of people talking about 66 in Virginia. And this is taking you through Falls Church. Um, 495, 66. So 66 will take you all the way out to Fairfax, Vienna. And let's see, off of 495 over here, you're going to have Route 4, 301. And see, we're getting further outside of the Beltway, moving further away from the city center. And we're coming into Upper Marlboro, going down to Brandywine, Route 5, which will lead all the way from right here, all the way down, run into 301. And you come down to Waldorf, St. Charles. Waldorf is in Charles County, White Plains, La Plata, still Charles County. And then you'll see that Route 5 is going to take you all the way down to Mechanicsville. You're getting into St. Mary's County now down here. If you're going through Route 4, once again, you'll see coming 495 leads into Route 4. Route 4 comes down here, runs into Dunkirk, and you can also access Deal, North Beach, Chesapeake Beach, all the way down to Prince Frederick. So this just gives you a little rundown on the Beltway. What we mean when we say inside the Beltway, outside the Beltway. 210 off of 495 runs you down into Fort Washington. 95 takes you all the way down into Woodbridge, Quantico. 66 takes you all the way out to Centerville, Gainesville. And that is pretty much it. And then, of course, if you are going up to the Baltimore area, So before you get to Baltimore, off of 495, you can either take 295 or 301 to get into Odenton, Gambrels, Crofton. 95 is going to take you all the way up to Baltimore. And there's Baltimore all the way up there. So when people say Maryland, Baltimore is completely separate from Maryland as far as like the Bowie, Greenbelt, Lanham, and then Southern Maryland area down here in Upper Marlboro and Clinton. And a lot of people, when they think of Maryland, if you don't live here, you're probably going to think Baltimore. But Baltimore, for us that live down in here, is far away. It's about 45 minutes to an hour away, depending, and maybe even more, depending on where you live in Baltimore. So, but yeah, Baltimore is completely different part of Maryland. But when we say DMV, we mean the tri-state area. So DC, Maryland, Virginia, and we're talking about Maryland down this way, not Baltimore up that way. So there you go. That is the Beltway right here. Inside, closer to the Washington, DC center, the more expensive, the further out you move, the less expensive. And of course, if you're moving to the DMV area, I would be happy to help you with your relocation, 240-466-8166. Take care.